Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Sturmpanzer II. It's a Tier 4 German SPG, and this one's located on the, well, the defending spawn, I think, is it? Yes, I think it's the defending spawn of Empire's border, and it's under the command of Talon 1958. Well, it's got a 15cm howitzer, the SIG-33L11. It's capable of 400 alpha and it's got a penetration of 35mm. And you can see that Talon is moving out from this position to get a better shot or better field of fire on the enemy. And from here he can shoot up over the mountain at the enemy on either channel, actually. In fact, he could be very useful in suppressing any enemy who tries to come through the gate to seize the cap. Now, the trajectory of the Sturmpanzer II is quite high, but it's also a very short range Arty. So he's having to get fairly close, or is fairly close to the cap to ensure that he can strike the enemy. Now, we're looking to the south, but he's only got a limited range, so he might not be able to get it all the way over there. But there is an enemy, he's been spotted, and yes, there are enemy at the gates. Oh, that sounds like a title to a film. He's fired a round in, and it went long because he wasn't fully dialed in on that case. But he's now marked his target, and he's reloading. The reload is fairly quick. It's just slightly over 15 seconds, about 17 seconds long. Rounds out, this should hit. Yes, it does! And he gets a kill. Panzer 3J, that's the first kill in the game. And that M5A1 Stuart is actually in the cap, and he's hiding behind that rock. But Talon can get a shot into him. Just needs him to stop for a second so he can get a shot. Leading targets with this particular Arty can be a bit of a problem. It's got a fairly narrow field of fire, so if you try to lead the target, you might actually have a bit of a problem trying to keep the reticule nice and tight. Okay, he's moving to a different position, and the reason for that is some enemy have turned up towards the south. Unfortunately, he's got a grey lined out. That means he's over the maximum range. You see that line from the centre running from the gun to where he's looking. If the line's red, something's in the way obstructing the field of fire. If the line is green, you can shoot. But if the line becomes grey, it means you're beyond the maximum range that you can look using battle assistant or overhead. So, Panzer II chassis. The Germans made use of a lot of the tanks which they couldn't use for fighting in battle anymore because they were just totally outclassed. And they actually built these Sturmpanzer IIs, and most of them were sent to North Africa for use by the Afrika Corps. Okay, round out on the Churchill. Close. Very close. If he gets just a bit closer, I think he's going to be able to get some nice damage on that Churchill 3. In fact, there's two Churchill 3s there. Rounds out. This should hit. It does. Nice hit. 177. I think he's going to do the same on that other Churchill 3 now. He's marked it as his target. And the other Churchill 3's been killed. So, round out straight away. And another good hit. 73 hit points from a splash this time. You can see how effective the Sturmpanzer II is. Just keep up the pressure on the enemy, especially if they're heavy tanks. It really does make a difference. Another hit, a direct hit this time, 152, and that M5A1 Stuart comes, and he walks right into an RT shell and gets wiped out. In fact, actually, it was a HE shell from an M4. Well, I didn't mention at the start, but this happens to be a assault game. 10 minutes long, and we're already coming up to the 5-minute 30 seconds mark, and the enemy don't seem to be doing very well. They've already lost 5 tanks, and here comes a P2640 and a Panzer 38NA, and that shells a near splash on a medium tank with light armour, and it did a huge amount of damage to him. Okay, the enemy's trying to assault around this corner. We're loaded, rounds out. Oh, just as he's killed, and wow, the shell hit the target. So I reckon that would have been a kill shot, but for the fact that the target was already destroyed. Now he's almost loaded and going to go for this Panzer IV-H. That's going to be a kill shot for sure. It is! I was absolutely certain of that because he had low health, and I knew a 15cm shell landing on it or near it was going to kill it. Okay, they're doing exceptionally well now. 7 tanks up and 6 tanks up on the enemy. And there's a Panzer 38NA there. He fires a round in. Unfortunately, not enough lead. It hits where he aimed. There's the P2640 he hit earlier. He's lining up a shot, but he's trying to work out where it's going to go. I think it's still there. He's using the wreck for cover. Now, lay the shell down. Right, that looks good. It looks good. It is good. That's a kill shot. So he's now up to 3 kills. He could platoon with somebody in his team. There's a Churchill 1. He's got 3 kills. So it's a potential brothers in arms. But what he's actually doing is he's moving closer to the cap. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to go up to the gate and drive through the gate and then start shooting the enemy from the gate. Now it's painfully slow, the Sturmpanzer II. You can see these beautiful skins made by Sir Rusty. We're really pleased for them to have these because they really do make our Artys look so special. And yep, you can see the Panzer II chassis is very well. It was just slow. It was totally outclassed. And so making use of these by turning them into Arty and fitting a heavy howitzer into them really did work. Unfortunately, it just didn't make enough of them, really. They actually used some Panzer III chassis as well to make Sturmpanzers, and those were slightly better, actually, slightly faster, more able to cope with the African desert. Okay, so he's going to go through the gate. That M4 will let him. That will give him the chance to shoot at the enemy in their rear. Okay, the M4's got out the way. Very nice of him. And Talon is now going into enemy territory. And it is a bit risky doing what he's doing, but it could pay off. Okay, now the enemy is within range. Can you get shots on them? Not at the moment. Not from the position he's in. He's now right in the centre of the map, so he can see all directions, but he can only shoot at things where they're not hidden by the hill. And there's the enemy Arty. So he can go after that. That's a Birch gun, the Tier 4 British. And there's a Panzer Selbstfahrerfetter Fear, and he's just been killed. The Churchill 1 got him. So the Churchill 1's now up to 5 kills. And that's a kill shot for Talon. He got the Birch gun. And that was the last kill of the game. So we got 4 kills in total. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. I'm sure they're going to be good. And they are! Yes, it's an ace tanker for Talon 1958 in the Sturmpanzer II. In fact, it's the first ace tanker he's had in this Arty. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in the game. He actually got 14. So let's have a look at the win 8. It was 2846, which is Unicum level. So very well done there. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, if we look at the team scores, we can see that he actually came 4th on damage on his team. The high scorer was the Churchill 1. He did 1,271 hit points of damage. Then came the M4 with 866 and the KV1 with 722. The Wolverine on the enemy team also had 722, and the Sturmpanzer Talon managed 669 out of that game. But when it came to kills, it was the Churchill 1 did best. He got 5 kills. The Sturmpanzer 2 got 4, and the Matilda got 3. And when it came to base XP, Churchill got 899, Sturmpanzer 2 got 749, and the M4 got 685. Let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 13 shots in that game. He got 5 direct hits and 5 penetrations and 4 splash. Damage of 669 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did 116 hit points of damage assistance and 458 hit points of stun assistance of 2 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 25,347 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he actually had 21,707 credits left over. He earned 1,123 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 2,247 experience points altogether, but it is the first ace tanker on the Sturmpanzer II for Talon 1958, and that is a moment that everyone enjoys when they get their first ace tanker on the tank that they've been playing for a while. And the Sturmpanzer II is one of my favourites, actually. I do enjoy playing it because it does take quite a lot of effort to make it work right. So, well done, Talon. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.